Hello, friends. I gotta show you guys something. It's goth. Hey, it's my toilet. It's a goth toilet. Bathroom needs some work. But then there's the next bean batch. Got some pintos and some red beans. Kidney, of course. That is what I'm gonna make my maniacal Mormo beans in, well, their honor, because I love those guys. Love you guys too, but they're special right now. And soup always is an inspiration for beans, as long as is the walnut witch. It keeps changing her name. It's confusing, but I'm just gonna pick my own for her. Or I don't know. I don't know nothing. I am kind of grouchy lately. You have to forgive me. I think I may have kind of alienated soup. I hope I didn't. I love soup. Soup's my friend. Soup's great. Soup does a lot for a few communities. He's glue. He's the glue. So if I had something did anything to piss you off there, Soup, or offend you, I am really sorry. But you understand how cracked I am. And old and nuts, and that's my excuse. I don't mean nothing by it. I'll try to be a better old man. So the bean projects are really keeping me going. And I have fresh, new ideas, not the basically repetitions of previous things. But this is going to be new. I'm going to go shopping for zany new ingredients. No tomatoes in this one. Some jalapenos always. Very little onion, but other stuff. Undreamt of stuff. Spooky. That's your only hint. It's gonna be spooky. CEO worthy. Always Cobra worthy. Really want to teach that boy how to make beans. Cobra, I know you listen to me sometimes. Pay attention to the bean recipes. You'll really dig it. You have a cauldron and everything. And you can add anything in the world to your beans. Any fluid. You can put anything to soak the beans, to cook the beans. It's a world of opportunity. You could make Big Mac beans, pork and beans, soda pop beans. It's endless. And I love you, Cobra, if you're listening. I really am your friend. I'm your ally. I'm your amigo. I wish you no harm ever. It's probably going to be a pretty short video. Again, I'm grouchy and I don't know why. Just lately, something has changed in my habits. So, yeah. I'll get over it. I always do. One way or another. Smoking. See. You can hear me smoking. See? Cigarette right there. Oh, yeah. Smoking good. Beans good. Yeah. God, I wish I could make Pruno. Can't. Stupid not drinking anymore. I miss drinking. God, I miss it. I loved it. But stupid medications. The only reason I'm not drinking is because stupid pills make it impossible. Stupid, stupid, stupid. And I have tried. Not going to try again because it's not worth it. It's a nightmare. Trust me, Boglums. Yeah, I think I'm whacked now. Catch me on booze. I wouldn't even record myself drinking because what's the point? wouldn't remember doing anything. I'd just fall down. It'd be a lot worse than Cobra at his worst. If I could just fall asleep for 3 hours, that'd be fine. I know I break stuff when I'm drinking. I don't remember it, but and I remember I end up bleeding a little bit here and there. I remember that. Well, next morning. So I always bust my, I've actually just scab my nose over. You know, yeah, people think I got into a fight, and I don't get in fights. I have a big lump on my head. You've noticed? No, that's just a stupid cyst, which I need to get removed. I need to get my teeth, teeth, teeth fixed, and I'm just a mess. And I need a keeper, but I don't. I could just talk to my social worker. I just don't. I mean, he's great. He'll do anything in the world for me. Reasonably well taken care of. Can't bitch about that. The government takes damn good care of me. It's the only reason, only thing that keeps me alive. It's another thing. I can't drink and screw up because I feel like I owe an obligation to the government and society in general because I don't want to screw up everything that's been provided for me. The chance that they've been given me. People can look down on me as a welfare sponge, and I don't care. Maybe I am, I don't know, but hey, would you, in my position, would you blame me? Because otherwise I would just be dead. And there are people out there who would root for that because, well, they're assholes. And that whole libertarian thing is just so much rubbish. Making yourself the norm, the judge and journey of a big swath of human beings. That's not cool. And, it's very Calvinist. If you know Calvinism is, it's not good. It's really not good. Yeah. I have problems, with various sects that kind of promote really vicious, nasty things. I mean, my church does terrible things. It catches up with them eventually. It has for centuries. But evolving at the same rate that society evolves. But my church is trying to remedy things, not go along with them, not decide that now suddenly everything's right and other things wrong, and we just decided last week or month or year. I don't know. No. Like myself, the church is constantly in need of repair, and that's the beauty of it. So there. I like my religion. So there. Live with it. You can live with it. You don't like it? Ugh, I don't care. I really honestly don't. I'm not here to apologize to anybody for that. I'm never going to do that because I probably know a lot more about what I'm talking than almost a giant proportion of the population because, well, involving almost anything with a giant proportion of the population, it's rubbish. I think you people on my channel are way above the curve, higher, definitely more intelligent. And I give you credit for that because, I don't know, the comments I get are always thoughtful. They're good. And I'm very fortunate about that. I don't take it lightly. As crappy as my channel is, I do take it seriously to some standards. I think everyone needs to do that. I think you guys all do. Well, I know you all do because I wouldn't watch you or I don't appeal to a broad proportion of the population at large. So I'm a niche market, and you guys who like me and my stuff, I'm really good at that. I don't want a larger, you know, group. Really, I don't need to. There's no real use to that. The people in my orbit are just pretty much the people I would want in my orbit. So, yeah. I used to go for numbers and numbers and numbers. I like getting subscribers. I get a few here and there, and like, hey, I hit such and such finally after 800 years. Hey, I'm cool about it. And then new people who pop up and have good comments. Oh man, that's the best thing. That's I, I think all creators really, or the smart ones, are tickled to death about that. Like God, a smart person, a humane human being. Oh yeah, thank you, for liking my stuff. I'll try to be better. You know, see how that's not working very well right now, but whatever. I'm in a mood. I share my mood because I have moods, many moods of me. And I seem to be grouchy at this time of night, which is, yeah, 10 o'clock is a sweet spot for grouchy. I need to get off various other platforms with my grouchy because I don't want to pee in the pool, and I don't want to alienate everyone. A couple people I'd love to alienate, but I can't because I have loyalty to other people. So it's always a bitch too. Not that big of a problem, is it? No, just gonna back gracefully away. You know, I don't know, just I don't suck up to anybody. Oh, actually, I do a lot, very frequently. I'm kind of a bitch about that. That's hard. Kind of enjoying doing that, but not the people I really, really like and respect. Like, well, got Mormo and got Maniac. Those guys, a lot of respect because I like their stuff. They're human beings, They're accessible and cool and funny. We need really a lot more of that. That's kind of content the world really needs more of. It's not a lot of bells and whistles. Is that necessary? Gonna make it as slick as television? Should YouTube be television? There's a lot of that. It has a value. I do like some of the channels that have adequate news, real news, not some crackpots, with funny names and it's conspiracy theories. No use for them at all. I can make my own and keep them quietly to myself, or share with my ex, and that's all based on real history, insight I've gained over the decades, and generally my forecast has been pretty fair, above 50%. So I'm where I need to be. No, I'm not going to tell you because I don't know. I'm not going to fuel online debates. See the value. I will want to go talk to people one-on-one if they have the chops to do it, because I don't have a lot of patience for people who just have such a scant knowledge of, history and social theory and ethics and stuff I learned when I was kind of almost exiled from the world. I didn't know other people really didn't give a shit about that, didn't know anything about it. Found out when I emerged from my hobo cave and discovered that people don't find much value in that. It's heartbreaking a little degree. So, and it's hard for me to sound people out to see if I'm full of shit or not, because a couple of my friends, I have some brilliant friends, and they educated, unlike me, but deeply educated. Education for the sake of learning, not for a degree. Two different animals. They can coincide, but it's rare that they do. And I'm not a big fan of academia at all. It's a lot of it's failed, and it pretty much, for the most part, died in the '60s. The worst decade that ever happened. That was a terrible decade. Don't look back at it. The '50s far better. The '70s had moments, but I thought the '80s were going to be the greatest ever, and they seemed to head that way, and then they turned into shit. And uh, after that, I played scant attention. I do now to a degree, but it's too easy. The analysis takes about 20 minutes, and that's not what a culture should be. There are no subcultures to speak of. That's obsolete. How can you have a subculture when it catches on with it a second and explodes and implodes, which happens with all subculture eventually, but there is that gap of time, that vacuum where things are possible, where evolution is possible. And I'm not saying that younger people can't do that. I'm assuming, maybe incorrectly, that other people do, have hatch their little subcultures in the dark, but I haven't seen any real evidence. Well, I do in the Boglum thing. I actually see it. It's there. I mean, right in the middle of it. I don't think people are starting to realize, for not just a few people, that the whole Cobraverse thing gives people an entree into thinking and creating. And so hats off to you guys. I'm glad I found you. It's given me a lot. Me some good friends too. Very good friends. Didn't think I was going to gain those. Interweb web universe. My old Facebook community gradually withered. Had some great times on that. Learned a lot. Oh man, it was great, but it's all gone now. It's really, really creative and constructive people. Fucking nuts. Funny as hell. Humor was the glue. Humor that was so goofy it was brilliant. To pretend you're just a complete idiot and then work on it and get characters formed is a shitload of work. It kept me busy for a big swath of the day, and that's what can I add to this mosaic of weirdness? And it was like 5 or 6 people participating, and all really smart people. It was an insane circus for a while. It took on a life of its own. People refused to do the fourth wall. We were real. Our characters were real. Anybody who tried to pin us down as being fake or puppets or anything else, they got booed off the stage. No, you can't do that. You can't nose yourself in as another character unless you've really built a complete character. Oh, look, I'm talking my brains up. Sorry, guys. I do go on. And yeah, I'm going to try to be a lot positive because that's what the world needs more of. If I suddenly become quiet and dark for a while, it's because I don't want to be a dick anymore. Really, that's my duty, is to not be a dick. Join me with the amen of there are too many trolls and dicks in the world, and bad trolls with an E, bad, not good ones like Soup and me to a degree, and Ace. Oh God, Ace. and, yeah, and yeah, various other incarnations of anonymous people who I know who they really are, and I ain't gonna tell you. Up to their deviltry. That's the fun shit. And anybody who sends Cobra cat food or bird seed, you're my hero. I love that shit. God, why is that so fucking funny? And when Cobra actually gets his brain about it, that it was just humor, then it's hilarious because eventually he catches on to some stuff, some innocent trolling. Uh, an avalanche of door dash is not funny. It's just fucked up. It's a repetition of a joke. Some repetition is good. That's my theory. Like while getting the birdseed vibrator, blah blah blah, on the same evening, and it's not food. It's just weird shit. Even Cobra likes that. Yeah, Cobra, please don't take sex dolls to your neighbors unless you really know them well. you, you, yeah, yeah. Get to know them a little. No, just nix that. Don't get to know them. Don't get to know your neighbors, Cobra. Please don't. Please. I don't want people to know me very well because I think they hear me through the window and probably know enough to stop listening. Like, oh, fuck. Now they're actually good guys and they know exactly what I'm up to. Hey, my window's never closed. I don't do anything weirdness because I don't like making noise about except this and listening to weird videos. That I do. I'm sure they've heard their share of Cobra going on and on. They don't even ask. Like, what the fuck? I think I told a couple people he's such and such and such. And they just they know me and they know why I watch it, but they're not going to. Cowards. Well, enough of myself. Y'all take care.